Today we're getting a little lesson on the European Union.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. Let's do this.
Yeah, so pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Today we're going to learn what the EU is.
And what it's all about.
Who's in it.
Because honestly,
I recognize
really
the flag. I mean, the blue
Yeah.
flag with the yellow stars, but who's all in it? I don't.
There we go. I couldn't hear
have
through the
no
headphones.
idea.
All right, sweet. Just want to make sure. Okay, yep, it's on. Yeah, let's get this pulled up. Yeah, I have no idea.
No.
So.
I don't even want to make a guess.
Yeah, let's figure it out. Let's learn.
Okay, here we go.
Where is the European Union? Obviously here somewhere, but much like the European continent itself, which has an unclear boundary, the European Union also has some fuzzy edges to it. To start, the official members of the European
because it's
Union
not every
are-
single. Oh, whoa! It's because it's not every single country in Europe, right? There's only.
Yeah, I think there's like
Few?
10 or something.
Okay. Maybe one for every star.
That's a good guess.
Okay,
Recent
let's
order
see.
of
Let's find out.
population: Germany, France, the United Kingdom, Italy, Spain, Poland, Romania, the Kingdom of the Netherlands, Greece, Belgium, Portugal, the Czech Republic, Hungary, Sweden, Austria, Bulgaria, Denmark, Slovakia, Finland, Ireland, Croatia, Lithuania, Latvia, Slovenia, Estonia, Cyprus, Luxembourg,
A
and
lot
Malta.
more than 10.
The edges of the EU will probably
Yeah.
continue to expand further.
We're familiar with a lot of these countries from Eurovision.
Yeah.
Every time I hear the country, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
like I know the contestant.
Always think of Eurovision.
Yeah, right.
out, as there are other countries in various stages of trying to become a member. How the EU
Oh,
works
really?
is hideously complicated and a story for another.
Whoa!
Oh my gosh.
Look at that. Parliaments, governments, state governments.
Oh man, that looks so confusing.
Even the bank is involved.
Oh man.
Or maybe that's not a monetary bank. Maybe that's like something else. I don't
For
know.
time, but for this video, you need know only three things. First, countries pay membership dues, and second, vote on the laws they all must follow, and third, citizens of member countries are automatically European Union citizens as well. This last means that if you're a citizen of any of these countries, you are free to live and work and retire in any of the others, which is nice,
Really?
especially if you think your country is too big or too small or
That's
too hot.
cool.
or too
Wow, so
cold.
all you would need is just an EU passport, and then you can go to any of those countries.
That's cool.
Like easily.
Yeah, that's
Well,
nice.
the European Union gives you options. By the way, did you notice how all three of these statements have asterisks attached to this unhelpful footnote? Well, get used to it. Europe loves asterisks that add exceptions to complicated agreements. These three, for example, point us towards the first bit of border fuzziness with Norway, Iceland, and Little Liechtenstein, none of which are in the European Union, but if you're an EU citizen, you can live in these countries, and Norwegians, Icelanders, or Liechtensteiners can live in yours. Why? In exchange for freedom
Wow,
of movement
that's
of
pretty
people,
cool.
they have to pay
Yeah.
membership fees to the European Union, even though they aren't a part of it, and thus don't get a say in its
Oh.
laws
Oh.
that they still have to follow. This
Really?
arrangement is the European
What?
Economic Area, and it sounds like a terrible deal were it not for
Yeah.
that asterisk which grants EEA, but not EU members, a pass on some areas of law.
So they
notably
pay for the
farming and
EU, but
fishing,
they're not in
something a
it.
country
Right.
like, say, Iceland might care quite a lot about running themselves. Between the European Union and the
Wow,
European
those coins were really cool. They
Yeah,
all
with
had
the
like
fish.
fish on them. Yeah.
Economic Area, the continent looks mostly covered, with the notable exception of Switzerland, who remains neutral and fiercely independent, except for her participation in the Schengen area. If you're from a country that keeps her borders extremely clean and or well patrolled, the Schengen area is a bit mind-blowing because it's an agreement between countries to take a meh approach to borders. In the Schengen area, international boundaries look like this. No border officers or passport checks of any kind. You
That's
can walk
it? Just like that? Belgium to Netherlands?
What?
It was like one
It was
road.
right there in the same spot.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
from Lisbon to Tallinn without identification or the need to answer the question business or pleasure. For Switzerland, being part of Schengen but not part of the European Union means that non-Swiss can check in any time they like.
I've
but
never
they
heard of
can never
Schengen
stay.
before.
Yeah,
This
me either.
kumbaya approach to borders isn't appreciated by everyone in the EU, most loudly the United Kingdom and Ireland, who argue that islands are different. Thus, to get onto these fair isles, you'll need a passport and a good reason. Britannia's reluctance to
Oh
get
my
fully
gosh.
involved with the EU brings us to the next topic, money. The European Union has its own fancy currency, the euro, used by the majority but not all of the European Union members. This economic union is called the Eurozone, and to join, a country must first reach certain financial goals, and lying about reaching those goals is
That gets
certainly not
confusing.
something anyone would do. Most of the non-Eurozone members, when they meet the goals, will ditch their local currency in favor of the euro, but three of them, Denmark, Sweden, and of course the United Kingdom, have asterisks attached to the euro section of the treaty, giving them a permanent opt-out. And weirdly, four tiny European countries, Andorra, San Marino, Monaco, and Vatican City, have an asterisk giving them the exact reverse, the right to print and use euros as their money despite not being in the European Union at all. So that's the big picture. There's
Oh my
the EU,
gosh.
which makes all the rules, the Eurozone inside of it with a common currency, the European Economic Area outside of it where people can move freely, and the selective Schengen for countries that think borders just aren't worth the hassle. As you can see, there's some strange overlap with these borders, but we're
Wow.
not done talking about complications by a long shot, once again, because empire. So Portugal and Spain have islands from their colonial days that they've never parted with. These are the Madeira and Canary Islands off the coast of Africa and the Azores well into the Atlantic. Because these islands are Spanish and Portuguese, they're part of the European Union as well. Adding a few islands to the EU's borders isn't a big deal until you consider France, the queen of not letting
France,
go. She
yeah.
still holds on to a bunch of
Oh.
islands in the Caribbean, Reunion off the coast of Madagascar, and French Guiana in South America. As far as France is
Oh my
concerned, these
gosh.
are France too, which single-handedly extends the edge-to-edge distance of the European Union across a third of
Look
the
at that.
Earth's
Oh.
circumference. Collectively, these bits of France, Spain, and Portugal are
Wow.
called the outermost regions, and they're the result of the simple answer to empire: just
Oh
keep it.
my.
On the other hand, there's the United Kingdom, the master
This
of
gets
maintaining
complicated.
complicated
Yeah.
relationships
Oh, look
with
at
that.
quasi-former lands, and she's by no means
Oh
alone in this
my
on such an
gosh.
empire-happy continent. The Netherlands and Denmark and France, again, all have what the European Union calls overseas territories. They're not part of the European Union, instead they're a bottomless well of asterisks due to their complicated relationships with both the European Union and their associated countries, which makes it hard to say anything meaningful about them as a group, but in general, European
Look at
Union law
that.
doesn't apply
So
to these
spread
places,
all
though
over.
in
Yeah.
general, the people who live there are European Union citizens because in general, they have the citizenship of their associated country, so in general, they can live anywhere in the EU they want, but in general, other European Union citizens can't freely move to these territories, which makes these places
Oh
a
my
weird
gosh.
semi-permeable membrane of the
That'd
European
be
Union
so
proper.
confusing.
Yeah,
How do you
it
know
would.
that?
We're going to talk about in detail, even though
I feel like people
Like,
that
if you
have
lived on
grown
that
up,
island.
like grown up with it and have always been a part of the EU, it would just come natural. But like if we moved to Europe,
Yeah. I would have no idea.
no, I'd be like, can we go here? Can we not go here? Do we need
Yeah.
this passport? What's going on?
there are still many more one-off
whole
asterisks you
borders
might
thing,
stumble
like,
upon, such as the
it's like,
Isle
how
of
is there
Man,
no
or the Spanish
borders?
cities in North
Yeah.
Africa, or Gibraltar, who pretends to be part of Southwest England sometimes, or that region in Greece where it's totally legal to ban women, or Saba and Friends, who are part of the Netherlands and so should be part of the
What?
EU but
In Greece?
aren't, or the Faroe Islands, upon which while citizens of Denmark live, they lose their EU citizenship, and on it goes. These asterisks almost never end, but this video must.
Oh, what?
That video was way too short.
Way too short.
Oh, we
Oh,
need to. We have a
gosh.
lot to learn.
Yeah. Well, just like look at the like
The different zones.
like the euros. It's
Oh,
like
yeah, the
they use the
currency.
euro. Like look at this. This is
Yeah.
unbelievable. It's like this is the Eurozone. This is the European Union.
Right.
What? Like this is what gets me. Iceland, Norway, and
Norway.
Liechtenstein aren't a part of the European Union,
But pay for it.
but they pay for it. But they can live in the European Union.
Yeah.
What?
It
What?
gets tricky.
That is confusing.
Oh wow. I'd like to learn a lot more about this.
Yeah, definitely.
So if there's more videos that you know that we can learn about about this topic, let us know in the comments down below. Link them. And what else would you like
and
to
let
see?
us know anything that we kind of, didn't
Missed,
understand or anything.
Glazed over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just let us know in the comments. And thank you so much for watching this video. And if it's your first time coming across our channel and checking out one of our videos, please give us a quick subscribe.
Hit the notification bell to stay up to date because we come out with videos every single day. We can't wait to see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
See ya. Oh.
Whoa.